Professor Chris Ham is here from the independent health think tank, the King's Fund. And Chris, you think things could get even worse?
It could get worse. We're not in the depths of winter yet. There hasn't been a flu outbreak this year. Were that to happen, then certainly January, February, March are likely to be very tough months indeed.
So why have things been so bad in the 3 months up to Christmas? Is it because of this coalition government, or does it predate them?
This is a long-term issue, not to do with this particular government. The previous government faced many of the same challenges. It's mainly because of the growing population, the ageing population, more older people with complex needs turning up at A&E because the services in the community aren't sufficiently responsive to their needs to stop that happening.
So politicians of whatever colour haven't kept the funding up with the growing ageing population then?
Funding is part of it, but in our view, it's not the main part. The problem is we have a confusing and fragmented urgent and emergency care system. It's not comprehensible to patients and the public. It's not joined up. The main need is to make sure that system works end to end in the interests of patients, rather than just throwing money at a system that's failing.
I mean, they tried to join it up, haven't they, with IT failures on a spectacular scale. Can it be done?
It can be done. It will take time. There is no quick fix here. We should expect things to get a bit worse before they can improve, but we need to grasp the nettle and fundamentally redesign this around the needs of patients.
Which sounds great in the long term, but if people are poorly now, if they need to go to A&E now, what should they be doing?
So patients who are really poorly will still get a very good and very quick service. Don't forget, more than 9 out of 10 patients who turn up at A&E are still seen within this 4-hour standard.
The boss of NHS England is warning there could be a huge multi-billion-pound shortfall in funding by 2020, £30 billion cumulatively. Is any government capable of filling in that hole?
Well, the NHS is the most valued public service we have. Any political party going into this election will think very carefully about its commitments on public spending and will, I'm sure, want to reassure the public that sufficient funds will be available to sustain the NHS we all value and we all need.
Chris, thank you very much indeed.